Okay, here we are. We are now good to go. Yes, finally. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Like I said, if y'all know anybody else who would be interested in learning about moving abroad, living abroad, please make sure that you share the live with them as well. Today, we're going to be going through 7 steps to move abroad from the US. I'm also going to be answering any questions y'all have about moving abroad, living abroad, etc. I'm here to be a resource for y'all. Pisces says she's looking to move to Thailand. Period. Pisces, when are you looking to move to Thailand? I'm just curious. What is your timeline? Welcome, y'all. If you're new here, drop a number 1 for me in the comments. If you are back, drop a number 2 in the comments. And if you are interested in experiencing living abroad outside of the United States, drop a number 3 for me in the comments. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate y'all. Those of you who are watching from TikTok, please make sure y'all are tapping the screen. And yeah, whatever questions y'all have about moving abroad, you can also drop them below in the comments. I'll answer as many questions as possible. Hello, Forensic Psych. Okay, March 2026. That's like what, like 6 months from now? Okay, so what have you been doing to kind of like plan for your move to Thailand? I'm just curious. What other countries y'all interested in? Those of you who are in the comments and you are interested in moving abroad, let me know. Let me know in the comments what countries are y'all interested in? What countries have you been curious about? What countries have you visited and you might be interested in living there? Let me know in the comments. Where are y'all in terms of living abroad? Okay, I see Mexico. Look at y'all. Y'all naming all my favorite countries. Thailand, Mexico. I'm here for it. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. If you're new here, let me see a number 1 in the comments. Nothing yet. Just working on making sure I can find a remote job. Okay, that's a big piece of it, Pisces. Is making sure you know how you're going to make money while you are abroad. But there's also a lot of other things that can be happening to prepare for your move abroad. We'll talk a little bit more about that today. That I can work internationally. Yeah, you want to make sure you're looking for a remote first job, like a job that actually does not care where you are working from. Anna Banana said, I want to know what y'all do for work. Yeah, so I am an entrepreneur. I have multiple streams of income. I have multiple streams of income. Primarily, I do digital marketing, affiliate marketing. Those are the top 2 ways that I make money. I have a lot of videos on my page where I talk about these things as well. But essentially, like I said, I do affiliate marketing, which is where I promote other people's products, and then I get a commission off of what I sell. That's affiliate marketing. I also sell digital products. In fact, my Move Abroad bundle is back in my bio. That is a digital product. The digital product is any product that can be like downloaded, streamed, like delivered on any kind of digital medium. So I also have like books published on Amazon. Like there's a few different ways that I make money, but most of my income is from digital products and affiliate marketing. You are so welcome, Anna. And I have information about both of these in my Move Abroad bundle. So for those of you who want to move abroad and you need some guidance, while I'm live, you can actually use the promo code 25 to take 25% off of the Move Abroad bundle. If you're watching on YouTube, it's below in the description. If you're watching on IG or TikTok, then it's at the link in my bio. Just use that promo code 25 spelled out for 25% off. Welcome, y'all who are just now joining. Drop a number 1 in the comments if you are new here. If you're interested in living abroad, let me know in the comments which country are you interested in and why. I always want to know like where other people want to go, like what have y'all heard about certain places, etc. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Bianca. And last year, me and my husband got on a one-way flight to Brazil. We decided we were going to live abroad as digital nomads for a variety of reasons, actually, a lot of reasons. Also, for those of you on TikTok, please make sure y'all are double tapping the screen. I really appreciate it. Please make sure y'all are showing some love because your girl is out here battling these algorithm streets, okay? Imperial Goddess, welcome. She says Thailand. Okay, period. We love Thailand. Why Thailand? I'm just curious. So last year, me and my husband left the U.S. to live abroad as digital nomads, which means that we work and travel. A digital nomad is literally just somebody who works and travels, y'all. Like the digital part means that we can make money digitally. And then the nomad part, that's the part that means like we don't have a specific home. Like we move around from place to place. So that's what a digital nomad is. So since last year, we've been in 10 different countries living abroad in Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Colombia, Indonesia, Mexico. Like we've been around the block, okay? And I've been going live to share my journey, to answer your questions, and most importantly, to be a resource for y'all. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Hello, Indigo. Welcome. For those of you who are new here, keep dropping those number ones for me in the comments. So today we're going to be going through 7 steps to move abroad from the US. I'm going to be on here. Hi from Colorado. Hello. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things involving moving abroad. So as any questions come up for y'all, feel free to drop them below in the comments. Do you speak Spanish or other languages? Great question, Naz. So I do speak Spanish. So I speak English and I speak Spanish. Those are the two. In my mind, I'm going to learn. I think Italian is really beautiful, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm so biased to Spanish because I can speak Spanish in so many different countries. Honestly, like I have a hard time wrapping my brain around putting so much into learning a language that I can only use in one country. Now, let me be very clear. If you want to move to Thailand, if you want to move to Japan, if you want to move to the Netherlands, I'm not telling you not to learn the language. Absolutely learn the language. I'm just saying that for me, as somebody who was a digital nomad, like I move around, like most of the countries that I spend the most time in, they are Spanish-speaking countries. Where did you move abroad? Great question, CC. So we have been in 10 different countries. Since last year, we've been in Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Japan, China, Panama, Colombia, and Mexico. And we are currently back in Colombia. I heard Italian is close to Spanish. Yeah, I hear Italian, French, and Spanish are all pretty similar. So I have no desire to learn French. I don't even really have a desire to learn Italian. I just think it's a really pretty language. Italy is actually not even on my list of places I want to travel. I mean, I would go, but I mean, it's not like super high on my list. But yeah, I love Latin America. So I've actually traveled to 24 different countries. And out of those 24, I think at least half of them are Latin America. Now I'm over here wondering about that. Is that true? Yeah, I think out of the 24 countries I've been to, I think half of them are like Spanish-speaking countries, at least. Do you prefer Colombia or Brazil? Do I prefer, I mean, Colombia. My top 3 favorite countries are Thailand, Colombia, and Mexico. So I guess I would, by default, I would have to say Colombia. I'm loving Ghana right now. Oh, dope. Are you in Ghana, CC? Oh my God. I would love to visit Ghana. Like Ghana has been on my list for a while. What countries do you recommend moving to? So yeah, that's a great question. I recommend doing your research to determine which country is best for you, because I can't recommend a country to you because I don't know you. What I recommend is getting really clear on your wants, your needs, and your non-negotiables, okay? Once you get clear on those, then, you can start thinking about the places you want to live. Also, visa information is going to be different for every single country that you go to. So a lot of people think like, oh, well, like I just want to go here. You can't necessarily go live in any country unless you're planning to do it temporarily. And let me know in the comments, are y'all wanting to be more of like a digital nomad where you're moving around from place to place? Or do you want to be settled? Drop the word nomad in the comments if you want to travel around, and drop the word settled if you prefer to just stay in one place, because that's also going to make a really big difference in your moving abroad journey. But I give a lot of information about how to figure out which country is best for you in my Move Abroad bundle. For those of you who want more, for those of you who really want a deeper dive, you want all the information in one spot, everything that you need to move abroad from the US, everything is in my Move Abroad bundle. You can grab it at the link in my bio, and you can use the promo code 25 spelled out for 25% off. And I'm actually doing a live bonus today for anybody who gets it while I'm live. I'm also going to send you my cash flow come up checklist, which is a 33-page guide and video to show you how to start making more money. I talk about remote job resources. I talk about starting your own business, side hustles. All of this is in my cash flow come up checklist, which is also in my bio, but you can get it for free if you get the Move Abroad bundle while I am live. I see Imperial Princess says settle. Okay, yeah. So if you know that you want to be settled, then you really want to start looking into like whatever countries you're interested in. You want to start thinking about like the visa process, but then like there's a whole other series of questions that you want to ask yourself to determine the place you want to live. We are constantly talking about countries like they're cities. We constantly talk about countries like a country is just like a town. Y'all, if somebody told you they wanted to move to the US, you would be like, well, where in the US? But we love to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Thailand. Well, I'm going to go to Panama. I'm going to go to Mexico. Cool. Well, if you go to Mexico, Tulum is going to be very different than Merida, which is going to be very different from La Playa, which is going to be very different from Monterey. If you go to Thailand, Bangkok's going to be really different from Chiang Mai, which is going to be very different from Phuket, which is going to be very different from, Hua Hin or wherever it is you decide to go. So many of us are constantly talking about the countries, and I get it. Obviously, the country is going to be your starting place, but y'all, we got to stop looking at countries like they're cities, okay? It's cool if you want to go to Thailand. It's cool if you want to go to Mexico, but you also want to get clear on the type of lifestyle that you want to live, because that's how you're going to really get clear on the place that's going to be best for you. Again, I talk about all of this in the Move Abroad bundle, which you can get for 25% off at the link in my bio. What do I do to get the guide? The Move Abroad bundle, Health is Wealth. Love that name. The Move Abroad bundle is at the link in my bio. So if you go to, if you are watching from Stan Store or Instagram, if you go to the link in my bio and you click the Stan Store, it says, and you scroll down a little bit, it says how to move abroad from the US. Don't forget to use the promo code, y'all. Somebody always forgets to use it. Don't forget to use that promo code 25 spelled out for 25% off. And remember, I am doing a live bonus for anybody who gets the Move Abroad bundle while I'm live. I'm going to send you my cash flow come up checklist to show you how to make money from anywhere as a bonus, because that's the number one question I get. How do you afford this? If I move abroad, how am I going to make money? What do you do for work? Everybody always asking about money. I am a travel creator, and I talk about money just as much as I talk about travel, just as much as I talk about living abroad, because it's honestly the number one question that I get. Like, you can tell that we live in a world where, unfortunately, so many people struggle financially. So many people are living check to check. Okay. Like, I get it. I know what that feels like. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the Bianca you see right now. Okay. This Bianca did not grow up. This Bianca did not grow up knowing how to do the things I'm doing right now. Okay. I learned how to travel on a budget. I learned how to live abroad as a digital nomad. I learned multiple ways to make money online. This was not something that I was born with. And this is another reason why I'm always telling y'all, like, don't look at my life or anybody else's life thinking that, where's the pen? There we go. Don't look at my life or anybody else's life thinking that, we got it all figured out, thinking that nothing goes wrong just because I live abroad. Like, some people think my life is perfect because I live abroad. Y'all, I still got problems. I just have different problems. You feel me? I have a different set of challenges now that I live abroad, but my life is not perfect. Living abroad is not for everybody. That's something that a lot of people on these apps not gonna tell you. Okay. A lot of people on these apps, they're going to sit here and they're going to talk about how, like, oh, well, you need to get out of the US and, like, you need to go here. You need to do that. No, you need to do your own research. You need to travel first. You need to get really clear on if you actually want to live abroad or if you just want to go travel for a little bit and then bring your ass back home. You need to get clear on the type of lifestyle that you want to live. You need to get clear on all of the beautiful conveniences and privileges that you have right now in the US that we often take for granted every single day. Because when you go abroad, that shit is going to be very different. That's what a lot of curators on these apps are not telling you. They make it seem like, oh, everybody needs to be leaving the US. Some of y'all need to stay right where you are. Some of y'all need to stay right where you are, okay? Living abroad is not for everybody. Let me know in the comments. There's no shade, there's no shame, but let me know in the comments, how many countries have you traveled to outside of the United States? Hello, Marcia. Bali, Mexico, Brazil, St. Lucia, Jamaica. Okay, period. We got a whole list over here. I'm here for it. Thank you for the gift. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. Those of y'all on TikTok, please continue to tap the screen. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments, how many countries have you traveled to outside of the United States? Okay. Let me know. Can I react to anything on here? I don't think so. I am not used to, like, going live on YouTube like that, but I'm trying to figure it out. Health is Wealth. You said Tulum. What about Tulum? Is that where you want to move to? Okay, I see the number 9 in the comments. Y'all, don't be shy. Mexico, Japan, Canada, Portugal. Okay, so I see 4 over here. Okay, let me know in the comments, y'all, how many countries have you traveled to so far outside of the United States? Don't be scared. Everybody either started with 0 or they started with 1. I just kind of like to get a read of the room. Okay, Tulum is beautiful. Have you been yet? Okay, I see 5. I see a 7. So I see 9, 5, 7, 4. And if any of you are watching, if for any of you who are watching and you're like, oh, I haven't been outside of the US yet, or only like 1 country, 2 countries, like, y'all, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody had to start with 1. Someone on Instagram, Essence to Adore, says, can you explain why moving abroad is not a WY? What is not a WYD good? Essence to adore. I don't understand. I don't understand your question. Can you ask me again? Only 3, but I lived in Europe. Oh, period. What part of Europe did you live in? He was when moving abroad is not a good. It's not a good. It's not. Do you mean like some of the downsides to living abroad? Yeah, I'm more than happy to talk about that. Okay. I'm traveling to Thailand in June. Period. Okay, you live in the UK. That is dope. I see 3 on here. I'm a travel agent. I've traveled to Canada, England, Europe, Italy. Okay, period. Lived in Nice, France. Okay, listen, I am here for it. Okay, so a typo. What is not a good thing to do? Oh, in terms of like living abroad. So y'all, here's like some of the things about living abroad that a lot of people are not going to tell you. Okay, first of all, y'all, in the US, we all have Karen tendencies. Okay, we need to be very honest. And here's the thing: you're not even going to believe you have these tendencies until you travel, because think about how we literally can customize almost anything in the US. I'll give you a perfect example. Last week, me and my husband went out to this burger place, right? And the burger place, basically, they had a smash burger, but it came with like a pretzel bun. And then they also had these other burgers that didn't have the pretzel bun. I'm not really a big pretzel bun girly. So I was like, oh, I'm going to ask if I can get the smash burger. Can I get everything the same? The only thing I want is different bread. That's not a crazy request, right? That's not a crazy request. Couldn't do it. Simple things like not being able to customize. Like you don't go to a restaurant and be like, oh, can I get this? But you can like take something off. Okay. So you could be like, okay, yeah, no tomato, but you're not going to be like, oh, can I get this? But I want to get this. And I want to get, you like things like that. No, you get them how they're you take them how you get them. Okay. And I know that seems like a small kind of silly thing, but in the US, we're literally used to having everything when we want it, how we want it, where we want it. When you go out here in Latin America, if you want that check, you better ask for that check at least 10 minutes before you want it, baby, because you're going to be like, la cuenta, por favor. That's how you say the check, please. And then they're going to be like, see, and they're going to walk away. And they will go serve other people, and they will go talk to their coworkers, and they will get on the phone. Because you know what? In the United States, y'all know what we do? We sit down, we chug, we like just pound our food, and we leave. And you go to these other countries, and they actually take their time with their meals. Like people go and they spend they spend hours at a meal. Italy is no rush. And that's what I'm saying. And then in the US, we're like, I asked for the check. Why didn't they come back? Blah, blah, blah. Because it's their culture. Okay. In the US, sometimes you get a check before you even ask for it. No rush. Whenever you're ready. Okay. There's like small things like this. And if you move to a country that is, financially like the dollar, hold on, where their currency is weaker than the US, that's a whole different thing too. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. So we literally had friends that were just here with us in Colombia. And one of my friends, she was struggling with the sidewalks. Because the sidewalks they're not completely straight. There's like holes, and she's just like, oh my God. Like, and I was like, yeah. In a lot of places, not everywhere, but a lot of places in the US, like that wouldn't fly. But you know what? This country doesn't have as much money as the US has. And, like their money is going to other things. So no, there's not perfect sidewalks over here. There's not. Like it's things like that seem like they're small, but you gotta tone down your bougie. Okay, let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, how bougie are you? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, before I started traveling, I was like an 8 out of 10. Now I'm more like a 5 out of 10, because travel has humbled me, because travel has shown me what matters most in life. Travel has shown me what is truly important. Any regrets? None. No regrets at all. And when I tell y'all, we have had a time. Y'all, our journey has not been perfect. Our journey has not been perfect by any means, okay? And we have had moments where, like we have questioned in Jamaica, you got to get used to power outages. Ooh, come on, y'all. I was here for like 3 weeks. There was one night the water was off from like, it was like 7 p.m. to like 12 p.m. the next day. No, the whole city, there was no running water. Is that something y'all can put up with? Do you have to have hot showers? Do you have to take a 20-minute hot shower? because that's something you want to think about before you leave the US. I'm not saying there's not hot water. There is hot water, but we've been in a lot of places where like either the water was like warm and it wasn't super hot, which for me, I don't care because I don't like super hot showers, although my husband does. But we've been to places where like that hot water is going to be hot for about 5 minutes. You get in, you wash your parts, you get out. Okay. Some of y'all are like, oh, I got to take a 30-minute hot shower every night. Okay. Well, that might be something you want to think about before you move to certain places. Oh, you don't like a lot of noise. There's a girl who I've been connected with her on here for a while, and I saw how she made a video about how she's lived in several Latin American, South American countries, and she's like, they are so loud. It's 7 a.m. They playing music, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Latinos are, listen, I can relate. I'm Black. We loud too. Okay, Latinos are loud. So if you want to move to Latin America, okay, are you prepared for your Mexican neighbor to be blasting salsa music at 7 a.m? I'm not saying that will definitely happen, but I'm saying there are cultural differences. Smurfit, thank you so much for all the roses. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all, I'm telling you, like, these are things that may seem like they are small, but they are things for you to consider, because what ends up happening is everybody's looking at all these content creators online making moving abroad look so sexy. And then you get to your country and you get a rude awakening. And now all of a sudden you're making all these videos talking shit about the country when you had no business moving in the first place because you were too bougie to move abroad. You should have took your ass to a country, traveled for a few days, and then took your ass right back to the United States. Living abroad is not for everybody. I have to have water, but I really want to move. I just don't know which place is right for me. And I really don't know how to decide honestly. Y'all, everything that y'all need is in my Move Abroad bundle. Y'all have been asking me, y'all, I promise you, I've been talking about moving abroad on this app since November 2023. Next month, it will be 2 years. Cheese and rice. That's crazy. What is time? It'll be 2 years since I've been talking about moving abroad. 90% of the questions that y'all ask me are the same. This is why I created the Move Abroad bundle. So y'all don't have to go do all of this research. So you don't always have to like try to catch me live to answer the questions. I did a 12-day series on how to move abroad. It is essentially an entire course. And if you get it while I'm live, you can use the promo code 25 and take off 25%. And I'm going to send you my cash flow come up guide as a bonus to show you how you can start making more money ASAP. Y'all, it's Q4. You can start making more money this year. Okay? You can start making more money this year. You are so welcome, Essence to Adore. Y'all, you can start making more money this year. Stop thinking money has to come from a job. There's too many of y'all out here only depending on a job for money. It's 2025. I need y'all to stop. You got 5 hours screen time, but you ain't making no money from the apps you're scrolling on. I need y'all to make it make sense. I need y'all to make it make sense. I need y'all to learn. You have already learned so many skills in your life. You've learned how to walk, run, cook, drive, whatever it is you do at your job. You have already learned thousands of skills. You can learn how to make money online. You can learn how to travel on a budget. You can learn how to immerse yourself in a new culture. Y'all, I grew up Black and broke, not knowing anything about the things that you see me talking about right now. Do not be fooled by the face that you see today, okay? I did not grow up around people who were even talking about travel. Y'all, what was that? What was a passport? What the fuck was an expat? What? No, that was not the life I had growing up. Okay. I grew up in the do you have McDonald's money household. I grew up in the you got to rob Peter to pay Paul household. I grew up lower middle class with a college dropout mom and a dad who didn't even finish high school. And yet I have 10 streams of income that I can make from anywhere in the world. Yet I have traveled to 24 different countries because I was willing to get out of my comfort zone and do something different. What a lot of people aren't telling y'all is that moving abroad is 80% mental. In my Move Abroad bundle, I did a 12-day series. Y'all, day one is all about mindset. Day one is all about how to get into the Move Abroad mindset, how to actually manifest this life for yourself. Because y'all, like I said, I've been talking about this stuff for almost 2 years, and 90% of the questions I get are the same. You can feel free to ask me anything on here. I'm happy to be very honest and answer any of your questions that I can. But like I said, if you want all the information without having to, come back here and try to catch me when I'm live, you can get everything that you need to move abroad in the Move Abroad bundle. I'm talking to the people who are serious, y'all. I'm talking to the people who are trying to be out of the U.S. in the next 365 days. Some of y'all are still playing around with the idea. Some of y'all are like, oh, well, that could be cool. That could be fun. I'm not mad at you. You're right. It could be cool. It could be fun. But I'm talking to the people who feel called to this. I'm talking to the people whose spirit has been calling them to move abroad. Drop the words yes in the comments if you feel called to this life. If you know that you are meant for more than the life that you're living right now. Drop the words yes in the comments if you're tired of living your life on autopilot. You're tired of giving so many hours a week to a job that you can't stand and don't even pay you enough. You're tired of feeling like all you're ever going to do is work, pay bills, and then expire. Y'all, these are the people who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who want to live in purpose. I'm talking to the people who want to live a slower life, who want to escape the matrix. Put a yes in the comments if you feel like living in the US, you literally feel like you are living in the fucking matrix. That is one of the main reasons that me and my husband left. Have you been in Vietnam? Trying to go in September. Have you been? Yes, I was in Vietnam last year for a full month. What part are you going to? I was in Hanoi. Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. I appreciate y'all double tapping. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. You can't run AC all day. Oh my God. 100%. You are giving some great examples. Y'all, I'm telling you, like me and my husband are so mindful of like turning off the AC whenever you leave. In a lot of places you stay in, they will ask you, they will be like, please turn off the AC, before you leave the house. So we don't pay our own electric bill, but some people do. Where we are now, we have like a limit, and then if it goes over, then like we would have to pay the extra. But that's another great example of something you don't think about in the US. Everywhere it's just central AC. You have it on auto. You just leave it on all the time. No, when you're abroad, you turn on that AC to cool down. You turn that shit back off. Now, me and my husband, we do sleep with the AC on, but like in our apartment, like other than that, we really don't even be having on the AC like that. Also, here in Medellin, you don't always need AC. Let me put that out there. Portions are smaller everywhere. Oh my God, y'all better stop thinking. Hello, Millionaire for Life. Y'all better stop thinking y'all gonna be getting them big ass side of fries. Nah, we went out to eat the other night and we were all like joking because we got this was like the amount of fries that we got versus in the US we're used to getting like this. And also the same with ice cream. Y'all know like the Cold Stone, like the Like It is the small at Cold Stone. Here, y'all, that's like a medium or a large. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are going to be so different outside of the United States, but you won't know until you move abroad. You have to be culturally flexible and compromise. 100% yes. Are you saying that a passport wasn't part of your childhood? It's so real. 100%. I've been to Mexico for 7 years. Hard to believe, even for me. I love that, Raina. Yeah, y'all. Like I wasn't raised in a household where people were traveling. Like it would have been outlandish for me to bring up leaving the country. Like that just you didn't even hear people saying that. Y'all, I was born and raised in North Carolina. Where y'all from? Let me know in the comments. Rep your city, rep your state. Let me know in the comments where y'all are from. I was born and raised in North Carolina, so I'm always repping that East Coast. And y'all, travel for us was going to Virginia, going one state up. And that was when we could afford it. We couldn't even afford that every year. And whenever we traveled to Virginia, you know where we stayed? Motel 6. Okay, Alabama, we got the South in the house. Okay. Motel 6. That's where we stayed at because that's what my parents could afford. And some years we couldn't even afford the Motel 6. Y'all, listen, I'm not mad at you. If you were born with money and you had it like that growing up, I ain't mad. Kudos to you. But I'm here talking to the people who feel like this is something they want to do, but they're like, how do I even make this happen for me? Is this truly possible for me? Yes, it is truly possible for you. I'm a regular girl from North Carolina. Why can't you do it if I did it? Do you help people relocate? In what way, Millionaire for Life? I'm not like a moving abroad consultant, but I do. I have several that I can refer you to. Let me know if you have a specific place in mind or if you're just looking for some general advice, because I can definitely refer you. I see some yeses in the comments. Y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. Illinois to North Carolina, now in Arizona. Damn, from Midwest to the east to the west. I love it. Juzzy, okay. I want out of the matrix, period. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Refer me to someone for Australia. I don't have anyone for Australia. What? I don't think I do. Send me a DM and I can double check, but I don't think I have anybody who helps people move to Australia. From the USA to Kenya. I might have some. Send me a DM for those of you who want who are looking for somebody, because it sounds like y'all are looking for like a consultation. So like I consult on things like how to make money online, but like I'm not like an immigration lawyer or anything like that. But But yeah, send me a DM because, like I said, I know a ton of people who help people move abroad that I can refer y'all to. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Lived in California, going on vacation with seeing family in Texas and staying with them. Okay. I actually have a friend in California who she has family in Texas as well. I love me some Cali, some California, but I've never been. I keep saying I've never been to Texas. I was literally in Texas this year. I did a speaking thing. I spoke at a conference in Texas in May, but I don't forget that I did, but I forget that I was in Texas because I literally was just like in the hotel and then I left. You are so welcome. Hey, baby. Okay, so let's start getting into these 7 steps to move abroad. Drop a number 1 in the comments if y'all are ready for step number 1. Let me get my notes pulled up over here. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all double tapping. Okay, so numero uno, you need to decide on your living abroad lifestyle. As I asked some of y'all this earlier, I know everybody wasn't in here. Drop the word nomad in the comments if you want to be a digital nomad. A digital nomad means you move around from place to place. You don't necessarily have one place that is a home, but like you kind of travel around. And then drop the words settled in the comments if you want to just settle in one place and you're like, this is my home, this is where I am. And then maybe you're going to have a home or you're going to travel, or maybe you just ready to just have a home somewhere else. Let me make it clear. There is no right or wrong answer. You're not any better or worse because you decide to be a digital nomad or you decide to be settled. There are pros and cons to both. In the Move Abroad bundle, I actually spent a shit ton of time breaking down the pros and cons. Okay, so I see both. I see a combination of the two. Yeah, so I spent a ton of time breaking down the pros and cons of moving around versus being settled. For those of you who are new here, don't forget I do have my Move Abroad bundle. Back in my bio, you could use the promo code 25 spelled out for 25% off. For the action takers who get it while I'm live, I'm going to send you my cash flow come up guide as a bonus, which is a 33-page guide that comes along with the video that's going to show you how to make more money from a job, a business, a side hustle, investing in stocks. You don't need no experience. You don't need no degree. There is something for you in there because I designed it that way. So step number 1 is to decide on your living abroad lifestyle. Why? Because if you're going to go live abroad like me and my husband did, that's a different process. That's a different packing list. When it comes to visas, all of these things are very different if you're going to move from place to place versus if you're like, I'm going to just go move to Portugal. I'm going to just go move to Australia. I'm going to just go move to Thailand. It's a different mindset, to be honest with you. Like it's a very, very different thing. We've been in 10 different countries since last year. We're currently in Colombia. We're planning on being here for 6 months because we're actually ready to be more settled because we have moved around so much. But we've also been in 10 countries since last year. And that has been a blessing. That has been a privilege. I mean, we have had such incredible experiences. We went to Asia for the first time last year. Drop the words Asia in the comments if you've been to Asia. Drop the words not yet if you have not been, but you would like to go at some point in the near future. Y'all, Asia is a game changer. Asia is a game changer because when you go somewhere like Asia, when I tell you, your whole mindset shifts, okay? Because you are so geographically far away from the US and you're just like, oh my God, like I'm actually in Asia. Like I remember being in China and I just looked at my husband and I was like, babe, we're in China. I see Marsha said would love to go. January says not yet. Y'all. And Felicia, I've never seen Felicia spelled that way. Not yet, but want to experience. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's a completely different vibe. Like you want to talk about like culture shock. Like going to Asia, you're just like, you're literally on the other side of the planet. And this could also go for anybody who's been to like Australia or, like New Zealand. I know those are really far away as well. But like going to Asia last year, like that was such an eye-opening experience for us. Like we just did not expect to fall in love with Asia like we did. And now we're like, we want to go to Asia every single year. Oh my God. So yeah, so number 1, are you going to stay in one place for at least 6 to 12 months? Are you planning on moving around? Are you going to be more more nomadic, or are you just trying to go to one place? So step one is decide how you want to live abroad, because how you want to live abroad is going to determine a whole other slew of things. Pamela says, hi, I have a question. How did you go about learning the language? So that's a great question, Pamela, I'm sorry. That's a great question, Pamela. So I actually started learning Spanish in 2019. So I am now going on 6 years of speaking Spanish. I feel like my Spanish is good, but it could be better. But I started learning in 2019 whenever I was in Chile. So I met my Spanish teacher in Chile. He's actually Brazilian, fun fact. But he teaches Spanish, he teaches Portuguese, and he teaches English. So that's when I started learning. I started taking classes. And then on top of taking classes, I was also traveling. So like I was also immersing myself. But if you want to learn a language fast, I'm telling y'all, you need to immerse yourself in it every day. If you're in the US, I get it. I have my own frustrations about like whenever I'm in the US and feeling like, dang, I wish I could be practicing my Spanish. But you need to be immersing yourself every day, listening. Podcast, I'm speaking about Spanish, but this could be anything. Podcast, telenovela, writing, Duolingo, speaking. Find you someone who wants to learn English. Okay, you can do virtual language exchanges. You can go to language exchanges in the city that you're in. But if you are serious about learning a language fast, you need to be immersed every day. That is the fastest way to do it. For those of y'all who are really about that life, change the language of your phone. Thank you, Smurfit. Change the language of your phone. Put a yes in the comments if you would be willing to change the language of your phone. Okay, I'm telling y'all, that's an OG move right there. That's the move that I'm telling you. That's gonna stretch you, because even though I speak Spanish and I haven't my phone in Spanish in a long time, I need to get back to doing that. And I remember at one point, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it became exhausting. Because sometimes you just want to look at something and you just want it to be in English. And so you can start with like the weekends. Maybe Saturday and Sundays, you put your phone in another language. Change the subtitles of the shows that you're watching. Like my subtitles on Netflix are in Spanish. I barely even notice anymore. I'm literally just so used to seeing subtitles in Spanish now. There's so many different ways that you can immerse yourself in another language. You are so welcome. Okay, I'm trying to learn Mandarin or simple Chinese. So yeah, so you can definitely, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know, have y'all ever heard of habit stacking? Drop the word yes in the comments if you have heard of habit stacking. Felicia said, should I explore first before settling? Felicia, I'm gonna come back to that question. I lost my train of thought. What was I just saying? Damn. What was I just talking about? I'm sorry, y'all. That happens to me sometimes where I'm just like, the thought just goes. Oh, nope. I thought I got it back, but I didn't get it back. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all remember, remind me. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on. Habit stacking. Thank you. Yes. So habit stacking. Whenever it comes to learning a language, see how you can habit stack. Think about habits that you already have and see how you can add language learning on top of that. For example, Duolingo has a podcast for Spanish, right? So for me, and I have not been as disciplined about this lately, I'm gonna be real with y'all, but at one point I was really good. So because I was cooking multiple times a week, I was like, okay, Bianca, whenever we cook, we are going to, thank you so much for the gift. I'm like, okay, bet. Whenever we cook, we're going to listen to a Spanish podcast. Whenever we take a walk, we're going to listen to a Spanish podcast. Because I am older and like I need to stretch a lot more than I used to. Like I would be like, okay, Bianca, we're going to stretch for like the amount of time we're listening to a Spanish podcast. Like I said, if you already watch a lot of TV, I'm not here to judge you, but change your subtitles. If you're already watching a lot of TV, change your subtitles to the language that you want to learn. Start a new series and listen. Start a new series. And so let's say you said you want to learn Mandarin, right? Maybe there are, I don't know, go look up the top Chinese movies on Netflix and go like add them all to your list and watch these good ass movies, but put the subtitles in English so you can practice your listening. That's like a habit stack. Y'all, some of y'all be trying to go be Superwoman tomorrow, and that's why you're not where you want to be, because you had that all or nothing mindset. Okay, like y'all, everything doesn't have to be a rush. Okay, should you explore before you decide? My answer is yes. My answer is yes. To me, it is wild. It's not impossible. It is, but it is wild to just go and pick up your life and go move permanently to a country you've never been to. Now, do people do it? Yes. And do some people love it and thrive? Yes. But do other people wish that? Do other people wish they would have visited first? Yes. This is what I'll tell you. You know the kind of person you are, okay? You know your personality, you know your habits, you know your patterns, you know your toxic traits a lot better than I do. So I want you to ask yourself, are you the type of person that can go up and move to a new place and make it work? No matter the setbacks, no matter the circumstances, or are you the kind of person who is like, I need more of a plan. I need to have these things mapped out. This is the true answer to this question, okay? Most people need to travel first. But if you have that laid back personality, if you're already not bougie in the US, if you're very go with the flow, if you're someone who just loves adventure, if you're someone who embraces challenges instead of complaining about all of your challenges, I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just saying, think about how often you pick up your phone to call somebody and complain. How often do you call somebody and complain about how your nail broke, about how somebody cut you off in traffic? Oh, let me tell you how this pissed me off at work today. If you are that person, you need to travel first. If in general, you are someone who's more easygoing, you're like, you know what, like, you know, I got time, like I'll figure it out, then you more than likely you will be just fine. But like I said before, don't be that person that moves to a different country and then it's not enough like the US. It's not enough like, thank you so much, Smurfit. It's not enough like what you're used to. And then now you over here talking all this shit about the country because you didn't do your research, because you didn't go and scout it first. Y'all, outside of the US, life is very different. These people not gonna kiss your ass. Y'all, these people not gonna kiss your ass outside of the US. You don't even know how, y'all, you have no idea how spoiled we are in the US. We can talk all the shit we want to about the US. I know the US got its problems. Every country has its problems. It's just different problems. They're different problems. You know, I'm in Colombia. You know what's a big problem here? Prostitution. You want to talk about it? Y'all want to talk about it? Like, I live in Medellin, Colombia. There's a very, very, very dark side to Medellin. But guess what? There's a dark side to the US. There's a dark side to Japan. Okay? Like, where there are humans, there is crime. Decide the kind of crime that you want to handle. Are you okay going into a movie theater knowing you might not come home because somebody's having a bad day and they pew everybody? Or are you more freaked out walking down the street knowing that, you know, if you have your phone out, somebody might snatch your phone out of their hand? Somebody might snatch your phone out of your hand. Some people, the thought of pickpocketing is like the scariest thing in the world. Don't come to Latin America. I shouldn't say all Latin America. Not every place is like that. But or even like Paris, like cities. It happens. I'm getting behind on comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. I really appreciate y'all so much. Okay, I talked about that. How about people who are on Social Security? How does that work? Dorothy, so you would just need to look up the visa process for like whatever country you're in. I know that there are a lot of people who like they collect their pension, they collect their Social Security. A lot of those people are doing like the retirement visa. You just need to do your research on whichever country you are interested in. Thank y'all for the hearts. Yes, I do that. That makes me feel like I am making progress because you are. Y'all, whenever it comes to learning a language, it might not feel like, I remember at one point, y'all, I was on like a 70-day streak with Duolingo. And then, I don't know, I was just like, this is stupid. Duolingo don't even work. And then I realized, and then like, I was actually like here in Colombia and I said something in Spanish and I was like, Bianca, you learned that from Duolingo. Do I think Duolingo is the best for language learning? No. Do I think Duolingo is great for those of you who are beginners? And it's for those of you who just need a stupid, simple way to start learning a new language? Duolingo is great. Okay, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit more advanced. So like I need something a little bit more advanced at this point, but like it's still practice, especially if you're in the US. Because I'm in Colombia, y'all, I speak Spanish every single day because I'm in a Spanish speaking country. If you're in the US, you definitely want to make sure that you are going extra hard because you're not immersed yet. And you don't need to be fluent to move abroad. Like people speak English all over the world because English is the language of business. But you also don't want to be that American from the US being somewhere and you're not even trying. You don't even make an effort. Like it makes me sick to my stomach whenever I meet people who have been in the same country for 6 months, 2 years, and they're just, and I'm like, oh, you speak the language, and I'm like, that's just lazy and ridiculous. Okay. And there are some places around the world where even though they're outside of the US, they do speak a lot of English. Like whenever I was in the Caribbean side of Costa Rica, like I was kind of salty that people would like just start speaking English to me on default. I was like, wait a minute, talk to me in Spanish, baby. Okay. But that's going to come down to like specific cities and specific towns. Like when we were in Amsterdam, that wasn't this year. This was a vacation I took in 2023. Like in Amsterdam, I felt like everybody spoke English. In Paris, I felt like everybody spoke English. So it just depends on where you go. You are so welcome. Truer words never spoken. Americans have no clue. Child, we don't know what we don't know. Okay. We don't know what we don't know. Not only does it happen, but Americans stand out. Yep, my dad is terrified of me moving to Albania. Why? Mother Clucker. That's a great name, by the way. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Welcome y'all who are new here. If you're new, drop a number 1 for me in the comments. Thank you so much, Miss Abundance. Love that name. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate it. If y'all have any questions about moving abroad, let me know in the comments. I see those number 1s. Welcome, Miss Abundance. Welcome, Amira. I cannot pronounce it. I am so sorry. Welcome, Felicia. My pronunciation is not great, and I don't want to butcher anybody's name. But for those of y'all who are new here, everything that you need to move abroad from the US is in my Move Abroad bundle. Amy Rad. Oh, okay. Thank you, Amy. Everything that y'all need to move abroad, it's in my Move Abroad bundle. Okay. I just put it back in my bio before I went live. If you want to take advantage of the live bonus, y'all, you can take off 25%. Y'all, it's literally an entire course. It's 12 videos on how to move abroad. It comes with a workbook for you to follow along, whether you want to print it out or whether you want to work through it online. And it comes with my 23-page guide for those of you who are, more of like a reader and you want to be able to kind of like click around. And I'm giving you my cash flow come up guide as a bonus for getting it while I'm live because I love an action taker. Y'all, I told you, I'm talking to the people in here who are serious. It's okay if you're still in the stages of like, well, I don't know if I want to move abroad. That's fine. Welcome. You can still, hang out with us. But I'm talking for real to the people who feel this in their spirit. If you are like, Bianca, I want to move this, but I just have no idea where to go. I don't know how I'm going to make money. Where do I go if I need an LGBTQ plus community? Where do I go if I have a disability? How do I find remote jobs? How do I teach English? How do I calculate my cost of living? All of this stuff and so much more is in my Move Abroad bundle because y'all have been asking me the same questions since I've been talking about moving abroad. And so I took those questions and I created a resource, a one-stop shop with everything that you need. For those of you who are on YouTube, it's in the description. For those of you who are on TikTok and IG, it's at the link in my bio. Does your bundle cost? Yes, it does. Yes, it does cost. It is $97 without the promo code. When you use the promo code, you get 25% off. It makes it like 70 something dollars. Y'all, honestly, I could triple that and it would not even touch the amount of value that you get. Like I said, it's 12 videos, a workbook, a 23-page guide, and my cash flow come up checklist. At that point, if you don't move, you're just making excuses. I ain't even gonna hold you because the information is out here. Okay, some of y'all are like, I want to do this, but I don't know where to start. Saying that you don't know where to start in 2025 is crazy. You can go to ChatGPT and say, I want to move abroad. Where do I start? You got TikTok, you got YouTube, you got Google. Y'all, the resources are here. I tell people all the time, to get where you want to be in life, you can invest time or you can invest money. Okay, if you got the time, go do all the research, whatever. But if you don't want to have to do all the research on your own, this is why I created the bundle. What countries do you cover? The bundle is not about a specific country. The bundle is about how to move abroad from the United States. So I do give, let me pull it up. I do talk about specific countries that I've been to, but the bundle is not about how to move to a specific country. The bundle is about how to move abroad, period. Okay. Oh, I feel like I haven't pulled this up in a while. Let me look for it. There we go. Okay, so in the bundle, y'all, there's 12 videos. Day 1, mindset. Day 1 is the Move Abroad mindset. How to, oh wait, can y'all still see me on YouTube? Can y'all still see me on YouTube or no? Like, cause I pulled up like a document and I can't see you. And I'm wondering, can y'all still see me if I can't see you or no? Like, can y'all see me right now? So day one, you are so welcome. Day one is mindset. Day two is preparing to leave, health insurance, moving and packing, how much money you need to move, how to tell your family, documents. Days 3, 4, and 5 are all about, okay, you can still see me. Okay, bet. Days 3, 4, and 5 are all about how to choose the place that's going to be best for you. I told y'all earlier, you need to get clear on your wants, your needs, and your non-negotiables, okay? So days 3, 4, and 5, we talk about how to choose the place that is best for you. Day 6 is about how to travel and live abroad on a budget. I ain't got no shame. I ain't got no shame. The reason why me and my husband have been able to afford to be in 10 countries since last year is because we have learned to travel on a budget. Okay. So day 6 is all about traveling and living abroad on a budget. Day 7 is about housing options. Where are you going to live? How are you going to find it? How do you feel about negotiating? How do you know what your cost of living is? What do you need to be looking for? What are the mistakes that you want to avoid? Because God knows I've made them, okay? What are the mistakes that you want to avoid when looking for somewhere to live? Days number 8 and 9, making money. Making money while you're living abroad. Yes, you can. If I can, you can. Who am I? Who am I? A regular girl who grew up in North Carolina. Who am I? If I can make money while living abroad, so can you. Day number 10, how to adjust to your new life abroad, how to get immersed into a new culture. Day 11, how to keep home in your heart. Those of you who you're going to be leaving family members behind. Maybe you're going to be moving, you're going to move abroad, but there's still pieces of yourself. There's still pieces of your life from the US that you want to keep with you. You can do that. Y'all, there are things that I love to do in the US. I still do them here. I have made that part of my life here, okay? And then day 12 was an FAQ day. So all of this and more is in the Move Abroad bundle. Do not forget to use the promo code. The promo code is 25 spelled out for 25% off. Y'all, this is only while I'm live, okay? I told y'all I'm talking to the action takers. It's only while I am live. And for those of you who get it while I'm live, I'm going to send you that bonus of the cash flow come up guide to show you how to make more money. Making money without a bachelor's degree? Absolutely. Y'all, it's 2025. You don't need a degree to make money. Y'all, come on. This is exactly why I talk about mindset. This is exactly why I talk about mindset, because I am honestly mind blown. Ha, pun intended. I am actually mind blown at the amount of people who still think they need experience. They still think they need a degree. Y'all, there are people, I turned 33 on Friday, okay? There are people out here half my age making $1,000 a day from whatever the hell app y'all are watching me on right now. We make time to scroll. We make time for Netflix. We make time for brunch. We make time for all of these things, except actually creating a life that we cannot wait to wake up to. Y'all, I need you to stop sleeping on your potential. I need you to start taking yourself more seriously. I need you to start taking your life more seriously, because you only get to do this one time. We only get to do this one time. I need y'all to start taking your lives more seriously. If you are serious, let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about moving abroad in the next 365 days? I'm talking to the people who try to be out in the next year. If you ain't trying to be out for another 10 years, that's cool. I ain't mad at you. But today I'm talking to the people who are trying to be out in the next year. Let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about moving abroad? How serious are you about living a slower life, being in a country where you feel safe no matter the color of your skin, being in a country where you can send your kids to school not worried that they're not gonna not come home because somebody's having a bad day? On a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about being in a country where you can eat delicious, whole, fresh foods for 1/3 of the price that you're currently paying for in the US, okay? I need y'all to get clear on how serious you are about this life, because too many of y'all have been sleeping on your potential for too long. Weezen Pepper, thank you so much for the gift. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate all of y'all so much. TikTok over here making me prove I'm a human. Okay, TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Oops. Nope, don't do that. Okay, there we go. What other questions do y'all have for me about moving abroad? Anything abroad in the Caribbean? Cushline, I don't understand your question. What do you mean? Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Drop a number 2 in the comments if y'all are ready for step number 2. We got way off. Drop a number 2 in the comments if y'all are ready for step number 2. So step number 1 was to decide on your living abroad lifestyle. Step number 1 was to decide on if you want to move to one place and stay there, or if you want to like move around a little bit and be more of a nomad. Welcome, stay-at-home mom Baker. I just came in. I love all the info, period. Just apply for our passports. Yes, I'm so excited for you. Who else? I'm just being nosy. You talk about abroad. So is there anything you can talk about in the Caribbean? I don't understand your question. Like, what do you mean talk about? Like, what is your question about the Caribbean? I guess like that, like, what is your specific question about the Caribbean? I think I'm not understanding what your question is. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. So number 1 was to decide on your living abroad lifestyle. What countries are best and safest for Black people? Y'all, the only country where I felt unsafe as a Black person is in the US. That's it. That's the only country. So yeah, if you're looking for places that like have more Black people, as far as like countries that have people from like African descent, like I'm in Colombia right now, there are Afro-Colombians, like there are Afro-Panamanians, there are there's like Black people in like London and like Portugal. So my hubby, the kids, and I. Okay, period. Yeah. So as far as like feeling safe as a Black person, like I said, the only place I've ever felt unsafe as a Black person is in the US. That's been my experience personally. Like I know there are some creators, they might be like, oh, well, I felt unwelcome. I haven't been to like Italy. I haven't been to Greece. Like those are some places where I do hear some people saying they've had like some different experiences. I mean, but I will tell y'all prejudice. I think that's the right word. I was like prejudicism. That's not a word. Prejudice exists everywhere. There's assholes everywhere. There are kind people everywhere. Like everywhere you go, like there's going to be a reason that somebody's not going to like you. Like that's just the way the cookie crumbles, to be honest with you. Thank y'all so much for the heart. So yeah, so number 2 is you brought up the passport. Number 2 is to be passport ready. Okay. Number 2, hello, Chris. Number 2 is to have your passport ready. The amount of people who tell me they want to move abroad, the amount of people who tell me they want to travel and they ain't even got a passport. I need y'all to make it make sense. I need y'all to make it make sense. You talking about you want to travel, you ain't even got a passport. Drop the word passport in the comments if you are already passport ready, okay? Period, Chris. So, Chris, what's the update? We still looking at, was it New Zealand or was it Canada? I was looking at, hey, Montana, how is Vietnam? I was looking at Panama, Costa Rica, maybe Colombia, Mexico. Oh, you got a list, baby. These are all really popular places to move abroad, though. Thank you so much, Montana. Okay, Canada. Okay, so Canada is still the plan. So amazing. Yeah, so y'all, Montana moved to Da Nang, Vietnam, like, what, 2 months ago-ish? Thank you so much for all the gifts, Montana. And y'all, she's been loving it. Make sure y'all follow her. Looking at Canada in May. Okay, what part of Canada? Please, can we not promote European countries in 2025? I don't promote any countries. People can go wherever the hell they want to go. People can go where they want to go. I have my budget. Just business needs to catch up. I feel you. Move without visiting first. Y'all, yeah, Montana took the leap, okay? But I told y'all earlier, there are certain people who are about that life. There are certain people who can move somewhere on a dime and they can be like, I'm going to make something shake. I'm going to figure it out. But I'm going to tell y'all, Montana is in the exception. Montana is not in the rule, okay? Step 1 was to determine your living abroad lifestyle. Determine if you want to move to one place and settle, or determine if you want to move around. Well, I've never heard of New Brunswick. I'm not visiting nowhere. I trust myself to figure it out, period. Yeah, I said this earlier, y'all. Know yourself. The biggest part of all of this is to know thyself. You already know if you are the type of person who can go pick up and move to another country and figure it out. You don't need me to tell you that. And if you're not, that's okay. Yo, that's okay. Okay. Because I wasn't, matter of fact, to be honest with you, I'm not that type of person. People be like, well, how did you know about Colombia? Because I've been here. Well, how'd you know about Mexico? Because I've been there. Like me personally, I am not going to go and move to a country. Like I'm not going to go plan to stay there for an extended period of time if I have not visited. That is me because I know how I am. But that might not be you, and that is perfectly fine. Thank y'all so much for the gifts and the hearts. I appreciate y'all. All right, so number 2, make sure that you have your passport. Hello, Factory Candy. Make sure you got your passport, y'all. Make sure you have your passport. Get your passport. Get your passport. Before 2025 is over, get your passport. I need y'all to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, okay? Can y'all imagine if some amazing opportunity, whether it's travel or moving abroad, if some amazing opportunity popped up and you don't even have a passport? What are we talking about? I have to visit before I move. I'm way too picky. See, Angie, know thyself. We have a disabled son, so jumping around is not ideal. Have to find somewhere that is wheelchair friendly. Yeah, I feel you. Y'all, even y'all, again, y'all, what the hell? That's my hair. In the Move Abroad bundle, I also talk about moving abroad with disabilities because, again, y'all, people ask. I get it. Like everybody's situation is different. Everybody's circumstances is different. Me and my husband, we have no kids. We have no pets. We have no mortgage. But in the Move Abroad bundle, we still talk about moving abroad with kids. We still talk about moving abroad with pets because we recognize that it's a reality for a lot of people. And a lot of people ask us questions about this. Get your passport and ask for the extra 50 pages. The government, hold on, wait. Okay, good healthcare. The government shut down. So some of y'all gotta wait. Don't even get me started on this government shutdown. I've been telling y'all for years to get y'all motherfucking passports, okay? And y'all, and I honestly, I think I'm sure you can still go apply for your passport, but understand y'all, there's a lot of wild things happening in the world. It's not worth the risk. You have your passport and you literally have it for 10 years. 10 years. I just renewed mine in May, baby. I'm 10 years fresh, okay? Y'all, get your motherfucking passports. Thank you so much for the gifts, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I have a valid U.S. and Polish passports. Yes. Struggling to get money to move. Factory Candy, what have you been trying to do to get money? Y'all, we can make money. We can make more money, y'all. We can make more money. Y'all, money is out there. Y'all, money is energy. Money are numbers on a computer, okay? Money is everywhere. But money is only everywhere if you trust and believe that money is everywhere. We have to stop thinking money has to come from a job. We have to stop thinking money is so hard to come by. We have to stop thinking that money has to be chased. So many people struggle with money because we put it on a pedestal, and I get it. I get it. I grew up in survival mode. I grew up watching my parents be in financial survival mode. Okay, drop the word yes in the comments if you know what it's like to be living in survival mode. People out here working multiple jobs and still broke. People out here working jobs, never taking vacations, waking up early, going to bed late, and still broke. Make it make sense, y'all. This is not supposed to be normal. The United States has made us think that we are supposed to be struggling, and we're not. You're supposed to be living your life. I had a conversation with a Colombian. This was like 3 weeks ago. I'm in Colombia right now. I had a conversation with a Colombian not too long ago. And I was like, tell me your honest opinion of people from the US. And he's like, y'all are too serious. Are you care about his work? Are you talking about his work? Like, he works for an American company, and he's like, it is so hard for me to even like try to talk about something else outside of work. We always steer the conversation. We are so obsessed with work, and we broke. Can we make it make sense? You spending so much of your energy complaining, talking about a job that you can't stand. Why? Where my spirituals at? Drop the word spiritual in the comments. Where my spirituals at? Law of attraction. You get back what you put out. So if you are constantly putting out broke energy, if you're constantly putting out negative energy around money, if you're constantly claiming everything is too expensive, if you're constantly complaining about money, that's exactly what you're going to get. The universe is like, oh, you want to complain about money? Here's another reason to complain about money. Oh, you want to complain about how expensive that was? Here's a bunch of other things that are too expensive for you. Oh, you can't afford that? Well, here's some other stuff that you can't afford. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch how you think. Y'all, a belief is just a thought that you have, a thought that you have thought. Wait, that's not right. A belief is something that you have thought about over and over and over again. This is why in the Move Abroad bundle, the day one video is about mindset. This is why. The day one video is about how to shift your mindset. Come on. If you don't believe you can, no one else will. Y'all, some of y'all need to start gassing yourselves up some more. Some of y'all need to get delusional. Some of y'all need to get delusional. You can make money in your sleep. I make money in my sleep every day. I make passive income every single day. And this was not something I was taught in school, baby. This is something I learned how to do for myself. Some of y'all don't want to fail. Some of y'all just want money to fall into your lap. Woo! Some of y'all out here buying lottery tickets every damn day, trying to gamble your way to wealth. You can't gamble your way to wealth. You can't save your way to wealth. Excuse me. First of all, wealth is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset, okay? And people like to talk shit about people who got money. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Like this whole new movement of like talking shit about billionaires. Stop being a fucking hater and worry about your own pockets. You spending all this time being mad at them because they got money and you don't. That's why you ain't got no money. Y'all, how what, Doretha? I don't have any money. See, boom, that's a mindset. There no, you're right, you don't. So as a man thinketh, so is he. What you think, what you believe, that gets to be your life. That gets to be your life. I don't know how many of y'all have like heard that saying happiness is a choice. Oh, I used to think that shit was stupid. And then I got older and I was like, being broke is a choice. Y'all want to hear me talk today. Being broke is a choice. How do you make money? I make money primarily through digital marketing and affiliate marketing. And y'all, I go over these things in the Move Abroad bundle as well. I spent 2 days. Y'all, the Move Abroad bundle comes with 12 videos. It's a 12-day series. I spent 2 whole days talking about how you can make money while living abroad. And I have a cash flow come up guide at the link in my bio. For those of you who want to learn how to make more money, you can grab the cash flow come up list out of my bio, but you will literally get it for free as a bonus for anybody who gets the Move Abroad bundle while I am live. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, the Move Abroad bundle is in my bio. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Y'all, the information is out here, but are you going to take a chance? Are you going to keep complaining about your same situation? Because 2025 is almost over. 2025 is sliding right on by. Only you can decide what your life is going to look like in the next 90 days, in the next 6 months. Some of y'all, you can change your life in 90 days, but you got to do something different. It blows me the amount of people who want to do the same shit, talk to the same people, have the same attitude, have the same mindset, and you want something different. How? How are you going to keep doing the same things and get a different result? Tell me. By all means, please tell me. Some of y'all don't want to hear me talk today. And that's okay. I'm not for everybody. Okay. Tiara said it's just the money part I'm trying to figure out. Keep trying to figure it out. I have 10 streams of income right now. I didn't always have 10 streams of income. I did a live the other day celebrating $20,000 in digital product sales. I was like, damn. And that's just digital product sales from like this specific business. That's not even like my other income streams. My top 2 earners are digital products and affiliate marketing. And like I said, for those of you who are like, where do I even start? That information is in my cash flow come up checklist, which you can grab out of my bio, or you can get it for free when you invest in the Move Abroad bundle. Thank you so much, Tiara. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all, I don't be coming up here trying to be mean. I really don't. Like, I don't be trying to be an asshole. But like, Like some of y'all need that tough love, honestly, because some of y'all, you already have people who are going to coddle you. You already have the people who you're going to call, but they're going to be like, oh, it's okay. Well, you know, you tried and you worked so hard. That's not me. That's not me. Buck up. We get to do this life one time. And I'm going to be honest with you. Most of y'all on here, you don't even got no real fucking problems. Most of y'all don't even have real problems. Y'all know that expression about how if you put all your problems, if everybody put all their problems in a pile, you would take yours back? I'm telling y'all, travel taught me. Most of us in America, we ain't got no fucking problems. We complain about stupid shit. Oh my God, my nail lady did this and this happened. And this person cut me off in traffic. And my job gets on my nerve. We ain't even got real problems. I see people out here sleeping in a house that's like the size of like my bedroom in the US, and they're fucking happy. You know what? You know one thing I love about being here in Medellin, Colombia? People are outside. People are having conversations. People care about community here. It's so easy to support local here. It's so easy to support small businesses. It's so easy to just literally go outside and just be happy to be outside. In the US, we own screen after screen after screen. We own a laptop, we own the iPad, we own the phone, we own Netflix. We burning ourselves out from jobs we can't stand, and we ain't even got energy to do anything else but go watch Netflix. Everybody want to know, well, what are you binging right now? What are you binging right now? Well, what do you do? Y'all outside of the US, people don't fucking ask me what I'm watching on TV. You know why? Because people are outside. People don't ask me what I do for a living. In the US, we are obsessed. We can't wait to label somebody. What's your job title? Well, what do you do? Well, how much money do you make? How big is your TV? How big is your car? We got all the stuff. We got all the stuff in the US, and yet everybody miserable. Make it make sense. Everybody drinking and smoking their goddamn lives away. Make it make sense. It's Matrix, and that's on period. We have first world problems, 100%. Also, the child of an immigrant and now seeking to flee the USA. I feel you. Do you have a book or a download? Y'all, everything you need is in the Move Abroad bundle. If you go to the link in my bio, if you're on YouTube, it's in the description. If you go to the link in my bio and it says how to move abroad from the US, use the promo code 25. I'll put it here in the comments. Use the promo code 25 and you can take off 25% while I am live. And I'm going to send you, let me pin this. Thank y'all for the gifts. I'm going to send anybody who gets the bundle while I'm live my cash flow come up guide, which is a 33 pages, y'all, on how to make more money. You don't need experience. You don't need a job. You could be an introvert. You can, if you want to make money on social media, there's options for you. If you want to stay away from social media, there's options for you. There are so many different ways that y'all can start making more money. It's the number one question that I get. How do I afford this life? How am I going to make money if you live abroad? Bianca, what do you do for a living? I work for myself. I was willing to figure out how to make money online so that I can wake up and do what the hell I want to do every day. I was willing to be cringy. I was willing to fail. I was willing to throw spaghetti at the wall to figure out how to make money online because I realized that time is my most valuable asset. I'm not giving 40, 50, 60 hours a week to a job I can't stand, y'all. My life is too precious. My life is too short to spend it in a job that's trying to tell me how many days I can take off in a year. Some people are afraid to get sick because they won't be able to work. Some people are more afraid of getting sick and not being able to go to work versus getting sick and dying. Do y'all realize how messed up that is? Do y'all realize how messed up it is to be so afraid to go to the doctor and figure out why you've been having a pain in your stomach, why your back has been bothering you, if there's something going on? There are people who are afraid because they're afraid of the bill. Meanwhile, other countries got free healthcare. Y'all afraid of the wrong thing. Y'all need to be afraid to get into the end of your life and having regrets. Y'all need to be afraid of getting to the end of your life and realizing you talked about traveling. You talked about moving abroad and you never did it. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is letting me down. My biggest fear is having to look myself in the mirror every single day, knowing that I can be doing more. Spending time with the same people who not doing shit with their lives. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me talk today. Some of y'all need to stop talking to y'all own goddamn family members so much. Oh, my mama is so negative. Every time I talk about moving abroad, why are you talking to your negative ass mama about moving abroad? Talk to your mama about the weather. Talk to your mama about what y'all eating for dinner. Talk to your mama about the good times. Stop talking to people who don't support your move abroad journey about moving abroad. Why? You know why? Because you're a self-sabotager. You can't wait for somebody to tell you how hard it is. You can't wait for somebody to tell you how expensive it is because you're already ready to talk yourself out of it. You got to start gassing yourself up. Y'all, somebody said it's super expensive to travel. Then don't travel. Stay your ass in the US. I'm not convincing nobody. I need y'all to understand. You get to keep your excuses. I am never going to try to take them for you. If you want to speak, moving abroad is hard. Moving abroad is expensive. Travel is expensive. Stay your ass in the US. That's what you go do anyway. But don't come in here trying to draw the negativity on everybody else. Because travel's so expensive. And guess what? Broke people out here traveling. The same people who be saying travel is expensive spend $500 a month between Netflix and brunch and Casamigos. The same people saying that moving abroad is expensive are spending $1,000 a month on bullshit that you don't even need. You can do hard things. You can do hard things. Is moving abroad hard? Who cares? What do you want? What kind of life do you want to wake up to every day? Is moving abroad hard? You asking the wrong question, baby. You're asking the wrong question, baby. Who cares if moving abroad is hard? If moving abroad is what you want? Who cares if learning how to make money online is hard? If you want your time freedom, if you want to not have to depend on a job for money, who cares? If you want to stay mediocre, stay mediocre. Just say that. Just say that. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That is all I'm saying. Choose your hard. Choose your hard. You're already living a hard life. It's hard looking yourself in the mirror knowing damn well you're not even living in your purpose. It's hard living in the matrix. It's hard living check to check. It's hard being able to go to the dentist. It's hard being afraid to go to the dentist because you're afraid of the bill and your tooth been hurting for the last 2 motherfucking months. It's hard to step outside your door knowing you're afraid for your life because of the color of your skin. It's hard sending your children to school being afraid they're not going to come back home because the wrong person is having a bad day. Choose your heart. I'm not going to try to convince you. I'm not trying to convince anybody to move abroad because this life is not for everybody. I'm only talking to the people who know that this is on their spirit. This is the only person I'm talking to. And if you're not resonating with this, cool, leave the live. Thanks for joining. I'm not for everybody. But I'm not about to sit here and coddle nobody. Like, I don't care. You get to keep your excuses, y'all. I'm in Colombia right now. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Do you have resources to locate jobs abroad? Yes, y'all. In the Move Abroad bundle. Y'all are so welcome. In the Move Abroad bundle, I give you my favorite remote job resources, websites that are remote first, where you can actually set a filter that says you can work from anywhere. People on these apps that actually share remote jobs, okay? Y'all, people who can apply to jobs for you. Y'all, all the information that you need is in the bundle, y'all. Albania, here we come. Welcome, Troy. All the information that you need is in the Move Abroad bundle. It's at the link in my bio. Use the promo code 25 for 25% off. Period, Dorita. Use the promo code 25 for 25% off. And whenever I get off of here, I'm going to send y'all your live bonus of the cash flow come up guide to show you how to make more money. Okay? I've been planning since April. Period. We are so ready. Made an appointment with a realtor. See, I love this. Okay. My main concern is to get a job. You can find a remote job and you can learn how to work for yourself. You can be looking for a job. You can be looking for a remote job and you can also be setting up an online income stream. Y'all, when I say everybody does not need to be an entrepreneur, I mean it. Not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur, but everybody needs to have more than one stream of income. One stream of income in 2025 is diabolical. You got 3 hours screen time on your phone. You spending 3 to 5 hours a day on social media, making the people who are already rich richer. Why are you not learning how to use social media to make money? You don't got to do what I'm doing. You don't got to show your face. There are people out here with faceless pages. They don't even show their face, and they're out here making $10,000 a month. Do you have any idea what you can do with $10,000 a month in Mexico and Colombia and Thailand? You rich bitch. I mean, hell, 10K a month in the US is also pretty great. To be honest, passive income is the best. That's what I'm trying to tell them. That's what I'm trying to tell them. You don't have to live a life where you have to wait on a bi-weekly paycheck. You don't have to live a life where you're in a job that's telling you how often you're allowed to travel. You can learn how to make money on your own. Who am I? A regular girl who grew up black and broke in North Carolina, not knowing anything about travel, and now I've been to 24 different countries, not knowing anything about how to make money online. In the world that I grew up in, if you wanted money, you got a job. Or you want more money, then you get another job. Okay, I have worked 3 jobs while I was in school. Y'all, I know the fucking struggle. I know broke. I know living check to check. This is why I'm here to tell you it does not have to be your life forever. So many of you are so caught up in your current circumstances. Some of you need a bird's eye view. Some of you need to recognize that your current circumstances do not have anything to do with what is possible for you, but it has to start up here. This is why in the Move Abroad bundle, the very first video is about mindset. If you're someone who's like, oh, that's kind of whatever, don't get it. Don't get it, okay? But for those of you who understand the power of your thoughts, for those of you who understand the power of your beliefs, for those of you who understand that you can speak life, that you are a powerful creator, these are the people who I'm talking to. These are the people who I created the Move Abroad bundle for, the people who are ready to go within. This is not just about visas. Y'all, it's not just about which country is best for me. It's about you believing that this life is possible for you. It's about you stopping the self-sabotage. Y'all, I have self-sabotaging thoughts every day. You know why? Because I'm a human. You will never be able to stop negative thoughts from popping in your head, but you can decide to reframe them instead of getting on the train. Some of y'all can't wait for somebody to start complaining about money so you can jump on it. Some of y'all can't wait for somebody to complain about their job. Y'all, in the US, we love to trauma bond. We love to compete. Oh, you think your job is bad? Oh, you think your check was bad? I only had this much money. You're only behind on your rent. I'm behind. We like to fucking compete. Stop doing that shit. Stop telling people you broke. Broke is a mindset. Stop telling people that you can't afford it. Start asking, how can I afford it? Oh my God, I would love to move abroad. How can I afford to move to Thailand? How can I afford to invest in a course that's going to show me how to make money online? How can I afford to start saving an extra $300 a week, an extra $300 a month? Some of y'all need to start with $30 fucking dollars because that's where you are, and that is okay. That is okay. Start where you are. Stop looking at these other people and comparing. You have no idea. Y'all have no idea what my life has been like, okay? You see me and you think, oh, she's a content creator and she got all these followers and she's been to all these countries and she done been through a lot more motherfucking shit than you will ever know. What somebody else's journey is none of your business. None of your business. It don't matter. Your journey is yours. You are a powerful creator and you can create a life that you cannot wait to wake up to, but you have to do something different if you want a different life. Somebody was in here complaining about, this wasn't today. This was another day. Somebody was in my live complaining about the bundle. I said, if you're not ready to invest $70 into learning how to move abroad, baby, you're probably not ready to move abroad. And to be honest with you, cool, that's fine. That's perfectly fine if that's not something that you're ready to do. But like I said before, don't be coming in here trying to bring your negativity, because there are a lot of people who are ready. Okay. I have invested tens of thousands of dollars over the years in learning how to make money online. And people will try to complain to me about $97. I don't want to hear it. Come on, motivation to get the money. Get the money. Money is out there. Money is out there. Go drive for Uber for one motherfucking day and make $100. Decide that this week you're not going to go out to eat. Delete the DoorDash app from your phone. If these are not things that you are willing to do, cool. Stay in the US. Because at the end of the day, our bank statements will always show us what our priorities are. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell nobody. Go print out that bank statement. Get you a little highlighter. I did this myself, and baby, I was humbled. Excuse me. I was humbled. I'm ready. That's why I'm here. Period. I want to live in Thailand. What's stopping you? It's about tons of internal work and adopting the mindset. Exactly. Exactly. There are so many ways to live this life. I be trying to tell them. Heading to Bangkok October 26th. Yes, I love Bangkok. You are so welcome. Y'all are so welcome. Jobs aren't paying living wages anymore. Yeah. So work for yourself. Y'all, I'm not like, I can go down a rabbit hole of the shit that I have dealt with jobs. Okay. I can do it, but I'm not going to, because I don't care, because I decided that I'm accountable for my life. I've decided that where I am is because of the decisions that I've made. And when you're willing to take that level of accountability and responsibility, that's when your life changes. When you stop pointing fingers at people, hello, private luxury. When you start pointing your fingers at other people, when you want to play the blame game, that's how you stay stuck. I'm in Medellin. That's how you stay stuck. Y'all, come on. I need us to do better. Okay. I need us to do better. For those of you who are serious, while I'm still live, take advantage of the Move Abroad bundle. And I think there's an afterpay option as well. For those of you who need to break up the payments, y'all, the information that you need, your one-stop shop is in the Move Abroad bundle, is at the link in my bio. And the reason I'm giving away the live bonus is because I respect people who take action, okay? The people who are not just out here talking the talk, the people who are like, Bianca, I want to do this, but I just need some guidance. I need to know how to pick the place that's going to be good for me. I need to know how to move abroad with kids, how to move abroad with pets. I need to calculate my cost of living. I need to make sure that, I'm going to a place where they have a good schooling system. I need to go somewhere that speaks English because I'm not ready to learn a new language. All of this stuff and so much more is in the Move Abroad bundle. Hi, Moody Chick, period. Whenever you were here last time, did you hang out with the community? I'm new, so what are you promoting? A job? I'm definitely not promoting a job. My Move Abroad bundle is going to give you everything that you need to know for how to move abroad from the US. It's at the link in my bio. You can take off 25% while I'm live with the promo code 25 spelled out. I flew solo. No, I'm not. I'm talking about like whenever you were here, did you ever hang out with the community? How long were you here? By the way, I don't think I ever asked. I gotta go, but I'll look out for my email. Yeah, Doretha, thank you for getting the bundle. I will send you the bonus whenever I get off of here. Make sure you check your spam folder. I was still honest. I was trying to be funny and use the phrase fly. Oh, I see. I see what you did there. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, let me know whenever you're back. What country are you in? I'm in Colombia right now. I've been in 10 different countries since last year. What other Move Abroad questions do y'all have for me? I done gotten lost in the steps. Oh, we on step number 3. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please continue to double tap the live. I appreciate it. Whether y'all are going to be hanging out with me, or whether you just popping in for a minute, please make sure y'all are tapping the screen. Yeah, what's your question? I'm getting hungry. Baby, what's for lunch? Babe, Mel, what's for lunch? Okay, that was code for can you figure out a lunch move? Hello. Maybe we can get a paisa. Wait, it froze. I'm in Colombia. I have one, but I don't know how to set up the Wi-Fi. What do you mean set up the Wi-Fi? Like in your new country, you just connect to it like any other one. I have never even heard of Burkina. Where is that? A VPN? So I use Nord. It's Nord VPN. That's the one that I've been using. So once you create an account, I mean it's really easy. Once you log in, it'll ask you like which country, city that you want to connect to, and then you just connect to it. It's super easy. Yeah, that's what I've been using. Oh, it's in Africa. Yeah, I've never been, so I don't have any recommendations for that country. I tried it and it didn't work out there. You tried it here in Colombia because I'm connected to Nord right now on my phone and on my laptop. It literally like once you have it, it literally is just like the press of a button. So like I don't know what you mean you said it didn't work. Unless you have okay, I was literally just about to say there are some jobs that won't allow you to connect to a VPN. So that might have been it. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Oh shit. I was supposed to check that email. Wait, she didn't even respond to me. I know she lying. Wow. Okay, Karen, you ain't even responding now? Okay, cool. There I was thinking I missed her message. Yeah, it might be time to be searching for another job. No, I'm not Afro Latina. I'm blackity black. What other questions do y'all have about moving abroad? Planning on moving to Poland, which is so surreal to even say, but I am a citizen. I mean, hell yeah, you're a citizen. Make it happen. And I just got a raise. I'm so sad. Moody chick, you said you just got a raise. Whenever you go to your next job, like ask the raise that you got, ask for at least 20K more than that. Y'all better ask for more money from these jobs. Y'all better ask for more money from these jobs, okay? Yes, I'm very much team always ask for more too. We on the same wave. Is this a thing or no? Okay, I see share. Interesting. Okay, so on YouTube, you are not. So on YouTube, you can't pause a live. Is that right? See, y'all, I'm still trying to. Y'all know I mostly be on TikTok. I be trying to learn these other platforms. Like I just assume they all work the same, and then I get on here and I'm like, wow, you can't pause on here. That's crazy. Okay, you can mute. I guess that's better than nothing. Hello, AO introvert. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. We're about to get to number 3, but I need to stand up. I've been sitting down too long. I will be back. Oh, is that a button to like turn off the camera? Oh, cool. I guess I could have done that too. But you just can't do that on here. Interesting. Very interesting learning YouTube live. Who is on here with me on YouTube? What the hell did I just say? Who is watching from YT? Got to be careful because some of these platforms don't like it when you name the other ones, and then they be coming for your neck. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome. My TikTok live cut off, so I had to start it over. Grr. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome. That's crazy. I cannot believe I'm starting to stream all over again. Sorry, y'all. But welcome, welcome, welcome. What? Actually, I'm gonna change this. No, I'm not. What move abroad questions do y'all have for me? Drop whatever moving abroad questions you have for me in the comments. Welcome, welcome. What is my goal? Let's set up a new one then. No, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. So let me know what questions y'all have about moving abroad or living abroad. And we're gonna keep it going. I know you lying. My iPad is always talking about how the storage is full, and it's like, okay, but I have done really, really well with clearing out the storage, and they still be telling my storage full. I'm like, I don't know what else you want me to do. What else do you want me to do? Because I'm gonna say what I'm not doing. I ain't buying no more storage from y'all. I'm done. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please make sure y'all are double tapping. I really appreciate it. Okay, I just want to make sure I do that right. Okay, bet. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. For those of you who are new here, let me see a number 1 in the comments if it's your first time joining any of my lives. If it's not your first time, let me see a number 2 in the comments. And if you are somebody who wants to move abroad from the U.S. in the next 365 days, drop a number 3 in the comments. Welcome, Miss Boss Lady. Welcome, DG. Welcome, your fave, Aquarius. I cannot pronounce that. I'm sorry. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. If you have any questions about moving abroad or living abroad, drop them below for me in the comments. I don't know why I said comments so incredibly aggressively. But thank y'all so much for joining. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking about how to move abroad we've been talking about how to move abroad from the U.S. My last live cut off. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is at this point, ain't it? It just is what it is. Yeah. Thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome. My name is Bianca, and last year I left the United States to live abroad. February 4th, 2024, me and my husband got on a one-way flight to Brazil. And then we have traveled to 10 different countries since last year. So we have been in Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, and it's been a really, really dope journey. I've been sharing the journey with y'all. I've been taking y'all behind the scenes with me. I've been answering your questions. I've been sharing resources. I've been doing all the things. Nana says, "How will I make income? I want to leave Miami." So most people make income either through a remote job that you can work from anywhere, from making money for yourself, or from like teaching English. Those are typically the three main ways to make money while living abroad. And for those of you who want to learn how to make more money, I do have a ton of information about how to make more money in my cash flow come up guide. That's at the link in my bio. But for anybody who gets my Move Abroad bundle while I'm live, I will also send you that cash flow come up checklist as a bonus. Do I need a degree to teach English or to be a teacher? It depends, Anna. You can apply for your TEFL, TEFL, and like typically they'll recommend jobs for you. So I've seen people who have said that they've been able to do it without having a degree, and then other people who have said they do need a degree. So some teaching jobs will require a degree, but some of them won't. Some of them are okay with you having just the certification. Thank y'all so much for the heart. So other questions do y'all have about moving abroad or living abroad? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that's dope. Yeah, I bet you did. Child, I don't care. Leave me alone. TEFL. It's TEFL, Nana. Teaching English as a foreign language is what it stands for. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, so like last year, February 4th, 2024, me and my husband got on a one-way flight to Brazil. Like I said, we have traveled to 10 countries since last year. We are digital nomads. There's a lot of different ways to move abroad. I think there's a lot of amazing creators on these apps. So like my problem is I feel like there's not enough creators talking about there's not enough creators talking about how many ways there are for you to move abroad. Like moving abroad does not have to mean you just go and like pick up your entire life and go to another country. You can do that. That's one way to do it, but there are a lot of different ways that you can live abroad. Also, if you want to, did that question just come up, Marsha? When you went to Vietnam, how long did you stay there? I was there for a month. Did I miss that comment? I may have. I'm sorry if I did. I was there for a month. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Looking at buying an apartment and making it an Airbnb. Oh, like for income? Yeah, that's a great idea. So I always tell people whenever it comes to doing things like Airbnb, having an Airbnb business, like you can manage an Airbnb remotely. Like the person who manages the Airbnb that I live at right now is in the US, but you will need to have like at least like some kind of property manager or some type of contact that is actually in the country. Before it felt like everything was just a pyramid scheme. Everyone just selling $500 plus programs. I know Mercedes. So here's the thing. There was MRR is master resale rights. So not a new thing at all, but it became a lot more popular in the last couple of years. So it felt like everybody and their baby mama was selling a $500 course on how to make money with digital marketing. And a lot of people were not doing it ethically because even if you do invest in something like that, and there are great courses like that to invest in, but you shouldn't just buy a course to flip it. The whole idea is that you actually go through it, you make money from it, and then you kind of teach people, based on like what you teach based on your experience. But a lot of people did it in a very unethical way, and that's why MRR has got such a bad reputation. And then also, people were talking about, digital marketing is a scam, and I'm like, y'all, digital marketing cannot be a scam. Every day you scroll on social media, you see digital marketing. Every time you go to TJ Maxx and they ask you for your email address, that's digital marketing. Every time you are, I don't know if anybody's like an NFL fan, but like if you watch an NFL game on Amazon, literally the Amazon will be like popping up things that you can add to your cart. If you get texts from Fashion Nova, if you get emails from Shein, all of these things are digital marketing. Digital marketing is not a scam. There are scammy, spammy people who do it in a very poor way, but digital marketing itself just means marketing a product online. That's all digital marketing is. But I do understand that there have been some people out there doing some shady things. But I'm very glad to hear that that you came across me and that I turned things around, because it is unfortunate. It really is. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. I appreciate y'all. Please make sure y'all are double tapping the screen. What questions do y'all have about moving abroad or living abroad? Let me know in the comments. I cannot be my last live cut off. I'm so salty. I am so salty. I'm about to change my banner. About to change my banner right quick. Yeah, that's easier. There we go. Hey YouTube, what y'all up to? Y'all quiet over here. Who in here? Who is in here on YouTube? I'm live on all three platforms. I'm seriously ready to get out of here. What's holding you back, Momo? What's holding you back, Momo? Yeah, I feel like it's really easy to talk about how much we want to move abroad, how much we want to live abroad. But if we don't take action, we got to ask ourselves, are we really serious? Like, are we really serious? Okay. Like the information is out there for those of you who are serious and you just need some guidance. My Move Abroad bundle is back in my bio. While I have it, while I am live, you can take off 25% with the promo code 25 spelled out. And for anybody who gets it while I'm live, I'm also doing a bonus where I am giving away my cash flow come up checklist, which is a 33-page guide and video on how to start making more money. So for those of y'all who are for real, the information is there. Thank y'all for the hearts. Please make sure y'all are double tapping the screen. I appreciate it. I eloped in Canada. Congrats! And stayed for weeks to honeymoon. Use the budget resource to help also. Oh, thank you, Mercedes. I'm so glad that it was helpful. Eloping in Canada sounds so dope. I've actually never been to Canada. What part were you in? And for those of you who are interested in moving abroad, let me know in the comments of which countries are you interested in. Drop a number 1 in the comments if you're new here. If you're interested in moving abroad, let me know in the comments which country you are interested in. I want to go to Vietnam in September, but concerned it might be the rainy season. What part of Vietnam are you trying to go to, Marcia? I was there in March, so I can't really speak for September. Actually, I'm pretty sure matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they told me the rainy season was starting. Was it right before it? Let me just see. Yeah, like what part though? Yeah, because it's going to vary by region. Thailand, period. We love Thailand. So worth it. If you like nature, went to Banff. I've never heard of that. Jasper, and drove to Vancouver. I do love nature, but yeah, like I actually don't know that many people who've been to Canada. You're open minded. Okay, so Marsha, I was in Hanoi in March, and it definitely did not rain a lot. It says the south is wet from May to November, central September to December, and north is wettest from July to September. So Hanoi is kind of central. So it would be like September through December. So let me see. It looks like rainy season starts in September for Central and ends in September. So I think in September you're going to get some rain. But y'all, I have traveled to places during the rainy season. Everybody's rainy season, I understand it's not all the same. But I've traveled to, every time I went to Central America, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Panama, it was always rainy season and it really wasn't a big deal. I had back surgery. I'm recovering right now, all in good time. Yeah, I hear you. I feel you, Momo. I hope all is going well with the recovery. Thank y'all so much for double tapping the screen. I appreciate y'all. What other questions do y'all got for me? Definitely will look you up. I'll be here, Momo. Oh, excuse me. Shit, I might have to take a little break. I might have to take a little break. You are so welcome. None of this is what I am looking for. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take a little break because your girl is tired. Did your salary change affect your ability to live? What salary change? I work for myself. Banff is a national park, more lakes than anywhere in the world. Oh wow, and they're blue. That sounds beautiful. Wow. You may have answered this, but how is internet providers over there? I mean, you can get good Wi-Fi in plenty of places. Like I would just make sure that for your like for example, if you're using Airbnb, like a lot of times they will actually show you like the internet speed. And also like a lot of Airbnbs, they will actually put in the description, like this is great for digital nomads. You can also check the reviews. We actually travel with a Wi-Fi extender. We haven't used it, but we do travel with a Wi-Fi extender. I will say one thing that's kind of different about living abroad versus living in the US is that so like sometimes, I mean actually it's kind of similar in the US too, but like sometimes like if I'm in the bathroom in the bathroom in one of the bedrooms here in this apartment, it's like the Wi-Fi is like garbage, but as soon as I step out of the bathroom in the bedroom again, it's fine. So there's definitely been more places since I've been abroad where like even if the Wi-Fi was good, it's really good in like certain parts of the house. So like I will specifically like go live in a certain area, or like I'll do like if I have calls, like I'll do that or something like that. But yeah, you can find good Wi-Fi in a lot of places. Your best bet is going to be places where there's already a lot of other digital nomads. What traveler insurance policy do you use, if any? So the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card, they have their own travel insurance. There's international insurance. There are US companies that provide international insurance. And there's like digital nomad insurance. Like you definitely have options. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Where would you suggest opening up a checking account there? Where is there? Where do you like? I'm not sure, but I have never opened a checking account abroad. My Charles Schwab investor checking, I think now they call it platinum checking. They changed the name. My Charles Schwab debit card, I get my ATM fees rebated, and I don't have any international transaction fees. So that's what I use. I know there are places where you can set up a bank at like a local bank, but it depends on where you're going. And like me personally, like that's something where I would look for like a contact for instead of just like kind of like doing it on my own personally. Yeah. Personally. Chase Sapphire credit card, Chat Sapphire Reserve. That's the one I'm using, but their annual fee has gotten ludicrous. So we'll see. We will see. They changed some of their perks that I don't love, but again, we shall see. You are so welcome. All right, y'all. HSBC will guide you through setting up a foreign account if you call them. Perfect. Thank you so much, Piper. All right, y'all. I'm about to take a break, but I'll be back on here. But for those of you who are still watching, please make sure you hit follow or subscribe. For those of you who want more on how to move abroad, the Move Abroad bundle in my bio, you can use the promo code 25 to take off 25%. And remember, for those of you who get it while I'm live, so if you get it in the next like few minutes, I'll send you that cash flow come up guide as a bonus. But for now, I'm hopping over here to take a little break. But thank y'all so much for joining, and I'll catch y'all later.